Hello, guys. How are you today? How you doing? Great. So in today's lesson, we're gonna be learning about prepositions of time and place in, on, and at. So this is basically grammar, and we need to understand this. Okay? How can we understand this? By practicing. There is no other way that you can understand this lesson. But at the end, I'm gonna give you some exercises for you to practice. So here we have a chart in which I'm showing you prepositions of time and place in, on, and at. The first one is in, okay, which is the biggest one. And we use in for seasons, decades, centuries, period of the day, years, period of time, in timeline, cities, and also countries. So let's go, okay, through them one by one. Seasons, okay, examples in summer, in spring, in winter. Decades in the 90s, in the 80s. Centuries in the 19th century, in the 21st century. Periods of the day in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. For years, in 1990, in 2020, in 1984. Notice that, okay, when we say the years, okay, we divide them in two. So we don't say 1990, we say 1990, and we don't say, well, in this one, yes, you can say 2020, but we can also divide it 2020 and 1984. So you need to divide the numbers, okay, when you're talking about the years. Be careful in that. Next one, periods in timeline, in the present, in the past, in the future. Cities, in Madrid, in Munich. So that's the way that we use it for cities. For countries, in Belgium, in France. So guys, so this is the way that we use preposition of time and place in. So these are the different examples that I can give you using this preposition. And these are the different categories that we use it. Seasons, decades, centuries, periods of the day, years, period in timeline, cities, and also countries. Next one, on is this is smaller than preposition in. And we also have categories, okay, where we use it. Buildings, weekdays, means of communication, birth dates, holidays with a big day, transportation, streets, avenues, roads, and also the word or the expression weekend. Let's see it. Buildings, when do we use on? When we are in the different, okay, floors. Example, on the first floor, on the second floor. Weekdays. So each day we need to use preposition on. Examples, on Monday, on Sunday, on Tuesday. Next one, means of communication. All different means of communication we're gonna use on. Examples, on TV, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on the radio, on, let me see another one, on Facebook, on the computer. So all means of communication, we use preposition on. Next one, birth dates. Examples, on May 5th, on December 31st, on September 11th, on October 4th, on July 2nd. So that's the way that we use also on, preposition on for birth dates. Holidays with a big day, examples, on Mother's Day, on Valentine's Day, on Memorial Day, on Father's Day, on Children's Day, and others. Okay, that has this big day, we use on. Transportation, examples, on the bus, on the train, on the subway, on the plane. Let's continue. We use on for streets, avenues, and also roads. Examples, on Roosevelt Avenue, on Chiltepin Street. Weekend, Notice this and be careful that when we're talking um, and we're saying the expression weekend, so we have two different examples. One is for the American English, which is on the weekend, and the other one is at the weekend, okay, which is for UK. So that's the difference. When you're talking, okay, American English, you say on the weekend. But when you're talking, okay, British English, you say at the weekend. Be careful in that. Continue, okay, with the preposition time and place at. When do we use at? We use it 4 times. Examples at 4 p.m. or at 6 a.m. Different times, okay? We say at. Specific point of the day. Examples, at noon, at midnight, at midday, and at night. So those are the different, okay, phrases that we use, okay, at for different specific point of the day. Let's continue. Specific location. For example, at the train station, at the bus terminal, at the bank, at the school, at the library. Specific locations, we use preposition time and place at. Any other example category, okay, using at is specific moment of the day. What specific moment? At sunrise, at sunset, at bedtime, at the weekend, okay? I was explaining you this, okay, right here when we were using, okay, on the weekend, American English, at the weekend for British English. Here we have it one more time, at the weekend. Okay, guys, so basically this is the way that we use, okay, different preposition, time and place in and out for different categories. And the only way that we can understand this is by practicing. Of course, okay, if you like to read and try to understand this by yourself, you can read it, okay, 1, 2, 3, many times. Why there are skillful people that can memorize this, okay, by reading. But we have other type of people that they learn it by practicing. So here we have some examples for you to practice. Which ones? This one. Check it out. So basically right here we have one more time prepositions of place in, on, and at. And here we have, and I put you right here, different examples, okay? Right here. So these are the examples for at, these are the examples for in, and these are the examples for prepositional time place on. So how are you gonna use them? Basically, you need to write the sentences, and also you need to complete the sentences by putting the correct preposition of time and place at, in, or on. So guys, so this is the way that we do this exercise by practicing. So analyze it, okay? Go back right here, analyze it, and then if you don't understand, well, basically here I put you some other examples, a table to be specific, for you to identify which is the correct preposition of time that you're gonna use right here in these spaces. So guys, basically this is the class. If you have questions, okay, just put your comments on the video. All right, guys, I see you next time. Okay, we're gonna continue learning, and this is the way that we do it with prepositions and time and place. Bye-bye, all right? And I see you around, okay? Very easy, very simple. Thanks for learning English with me. Bye-bye.